Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coaches Co-Creating. Today we're talking about apathy. And so, Jasmine, let's dive in and talk about what apathy means to you.
I guess as soon as you say apathy, I just always remember a friend of mine growing up, and she used to always say, I can't, because something happened, and I always say to her, don't you care? Don't you care? Like, doesn't that bother you? And she always said to me, I can't be bothered to be bothered.
Now, that's quite funny, but actually we're laughing, but apathy is really quite like a low state of being, isn't it? It's quite a low on the emotional
That's what
scale.
she used to say. Yeah, and it was like I know it's not funny, but I just always remember that. And I felt like, and then years later, I kind of realized she was probably so hurt that she just couldn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or not. What do you think?
I think so. I think because the one thing that I was looking at with apathy on the scale, it's like a sense of hopelessness. That's what it's based on, is that it doesn't matter what I do. It's, there's no point. What is the point? And it is that kind of like, I can't be bothered because it's not going to make a difference anyway. And
yes, it's not going to make a difference
victim
anyway.
mentality of, I have no power here. What I do won't make any difference whatsoever. And you can languish in that. And I think, like your friend illustrates, I can't be bothered to be bothered. It's almost like taking it to the next degree, isn't it?
But at the time I thought, well, yeah, actually, I don't blame, because it was a situation where she couldn't do anything about it.
And I think there is an aspect of that in things that happen to you in your life, and you have that sense of hopelessness that whatever you do won't affect that. But it's more when we're talking about our emotions and our range of being, our state of being, it's about realizing or having the courage to do something that will take you out of that state rather than actually the situation that you're in. The situation may be as it is, but there are things you can do to lift your energy, if you like, out of that kind of state of being.
Talking about her again, she didn't seem bothered though. I was just asking her. It wasn't like she was saying to me, oh, I'm feeling like I don't care. She didn't say anything. I was just like, oh, about that, how are you feeling? And she's like, well, I can't be bothered to be bothered. Obviously there was pain there.
Yeah, because often what happens when you're in that state of apathy is there's a lot of fear, because there's David Hawkins talks about I can't versus I won't. So when we talk about I can't do something because it won't make any difference, or I can't do something because I just can't, it's actually more likely that you're saying I won't, as in
I believe that as well.
You're choosing not to, because the fear of doing what you need to do is too great for you. And so it's based in
like it's always a choice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And but that's very annoying when you're in that state, for somebody to say, oh, you can choose to think differently, because you're like, no, I can't. I feel this way and it's going to be forever. It's just kind of, you've got to acknowledge that there is always a different way.
I'm learning that now. Like when I say something and I say, oh, I can't do that because of that. And then I think twice and I'm like, hang on a minute. That's a limiting belief. Actually, no, I will do it. I can do it and I will.
And I think one of the fundamentals that comes hand in hand with apathy, which I found very interesting when I was reading up about it, was that often blame is present. So what happens is, you get into a state of apathy because you feel like you have no control. So you're the victim, you're the martyr, you're the innocent party. So somebody else or something else, circumstances or a person, is responsible for making you feel the way you feel. And, you feel like there's nothing you can do. So you might liken it to sort of a parent-child relationship, where a parent is telling a child that they can't do something, they're not allowed. So, that as that child grows up and, those sort of beliefs get sort of hardened into or hardwired into their brains. I can't do that because my mum and dad told me I was stupid when I was a kid, for instance. That child could then start blaming the parents for being, neglectful or not very good parents. And that blame then becomes the mentality that person grows up with, and they become a victim to that mentality. So then they think, well, there's no point doing it because I'm stupid. My mum and dad told me that. And I blame them for it because they didn't do anything about it for me. You know, it's self-perpetuating.
Oh, I've done that before, definitely. Had blamed people for
Yeah,
things
I
in
think
my
we all
past
do it.
for reasons I'm not doing something now.
But the
And
blame,
actually, and that's all you can see at that moment. You
Yeah.
can't actually, you really believe that you're right. So it's hard to get past that.
but it's interesting you use the word right, because I think that's the thing. When we're children, we're conditioned almost to lay blame, to have right or wrong instilled in us at a you know, a fundamental time in our development. And so we learn about right and wrong, and it's no wonder that a lot of us, myself included, when you're teenagers, it's black or white, there's no grey.
No, exactly.
And it's because you're told there's right and there's wrong. And how wonderful would it be if there wasn't that big distinction that actually there's nothing good, there's nothing bad, and there's
nobody's right
judge.
or wrong. Exactly. Well, I guess, but we're going to talk more about that on our LinkedIn Live, on your page today.
Yeah, we're going to be on LinkedIn on my page, and we're going to be talking more about what you can actually do to elevate yourself out of this state of apathy, if that's what you wanted to do, or if that's what you feel that you need to do. So yeah, come join us there. That'd be great to see you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.